Hi, I'm Chuck Pettis, the owner and creator of Earth Sanctuary. In this podcast, I will tell you how I learned to cooperate with and invoke the spiritual hierarchies. Depending on your religion or spiritual beliefs, the spiritual hierarchy is referred to by many names: heaven, deities, Buddhas, the elder brethren, the angelic kingdom, and so on. Each religion sees and describes their spiritual beings and ideology in different terminology, but the idea of a spiritual being seems to be common to all religions. All spiritual beings, regardless of religion, want to help us with our spiritual development. I encourage you to learn about the spiritual beings of your own faith or religion. Communicating and getting guidance from spiritual beings is vital to working with earth energies and creating places of power, whether it be a stone circle or a cathedral. The guidance and blessing of the spiritual hierarchy helps us to do the right thing at the right place at the right time. I have developed and built a spiritual relationship with three spiritual hierarchies: Devas and the spiritual beings of nature, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Deities, and creator, grandmothers, and grandfathers of Native American culture. I first became familiar with Devas and the spiritual beings of nature at the Foundation of Light in Ithaca, New York in the 1970s. At the time, the Foundation of Light was a spiritual center for meditation and healing, and invited healers and spiritual teachers to come give lectures and offer workshops. One such teacher was Dorothy McLean. Dorothy McLean was one of the three founders of the Findhorn Foundation, a spiritual community in northeast Scotland. She was best known for her contacts with the consciousnesses of nature she called Devas, embodiments of creative intelligence. Guidance from these beings and their effect on the Findhorn Garden was a major element in the fame and growth of the Findhorn community. To learn more about Dorothy and her work with Devas, I recommend the book, To Hear the Angels Sing, an Odyssey of Co-Creation with the Devic Kingdoms. In the mid-1970s, Dorothy gave a workshop at the Foundation of Light on how to communicate with Devas. I attended that workshop and was moved and inspired to connect with Devas, and it is still my practice today. There's a chapter in my Secrets of Sacred Space book on how to communicate with Devas. When I dowsed the Seattle ley line map, I would always begin my dowsing session by connecting with the Seattle Deva, who would guide and protect me. The first ley line power center at Earth Sanctuary was where the dolmen is located today. I found the power center by dowsing the Earth Sanctuary property. Not long after that, I visited England and the Avebury Stone Circle. Near the Avebury Stone Circle is the West Kennet Long Barrow, one of the largest, most impressive, and most accessible Neolithic chambered mounds in Britain. As I was walking up the hill to the West Kennet Long Barrow, the landscape angel contacted me and said, "Don't worry about finding other power centers at Earth Sanctuary. We will provide the ley line power centers and ley lines. Your job is to create sacred spaces." And that is exactly what I have done. Today, Earth Sanctuary's sacred spaces are all located over ley line power centers, and ley lines connect all the sacred spaces. If you visit the ley line sculpture at Earth Sanctuary, you can see a map of the Earth Sanctuary ley lines and power centers and experience and sensation of a ley line as well as a ley line power center. Indeed, I recommend that when you visit each of the sacred spaces at Earth Sanctuary, close your eyes and feel your sensations. When I visit Earth Sanctuary, I regularly connect with the landscape angel and ask her advice and to thank her for her blessings. In my mind's eye, I visualize the Earth Sanctuary landscape angel as a white light spiritual being about 15 feet tall, manifested in front of me about 6 to 8 feet off the ground. Perhaps you can feel her presence as well when you visit Earth Sanctuary. My relationship with Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Deities are central to Earth Sanctuary and my life. I've been meditating since 1970. My spiritual path is Tibetan Buddhism. For me, it is essential to spend at least 1 hour every day meditating and doing spiritual practices. My spiritual practices include calm abiding meditations and meditations on Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. For example, one meditation is on Chemerzi, the Bodhisattva or deity of loving kindness and compassion. In this meditation, I visualize the body of Chemerzi, recite his mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, and imagine Earth Sanctuary and all the beings being blessed by Chemerzi with love and kindness. I generally walk the trails of Earth Sanctuary daily. As I walk, I do my spiritual practices, visualizing that all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are actually at Earth Sanctuary, blessing all the beings that live there, as well as visitors and retreatants, in the hope that all beings and visitors will quickly become enlightened. The third spiritual hierarchy I would like to mention are the creator, grandmothers, and grandfathers of Native American culture. Native American leaders brought their spiritual culture to Earth Sanctuary. I feel very blessed to have 2 Native American medicine wheels at Earth Sanctuary. The medicine wheel, one of the most powerful and cherished symbols of Native American belief, is an ancient place of prayer sacred to Native Americans, symbolizing the totality of existence. The Earth Sanctuary Medicine Wheel is a sacred space designed to amplify the power of prayers and connect you with all the grandmothers, grandfathers, Mother Earth, moon, sun, sky, and the Creator on the eternal circle of life. The medicine wheel was created by Klavush, an elder and shaman of the Nutchanut tribe of Vancouver Island. The medicine wheel is built on 20 tons of white sand. The wheel itself has 4 colors for each of the 4 directions. There are prayer flags holding tobacco around the medicine wheel that are renewed annually with a Native American blessing and consecration ceremony. During the last blessing ceremony, as I sat outside the medicine wheel, I could feel hundreds of grandfathers, grandmothers, and spiritual beings coming to witness and add their power and prayers to the ceremony. This is a blessed and powerful sacred space. When you visit the medicine wheel, know that grandmothers, grandfathers, and Creator are there with you, blessing and added their power and wisdom to your prayers. I met a woman this summer who told me about her experience in the medicine wheel. As she was doing her prayers around the 4-colored wheel in the center of the space, she became aware of her own grandmother and grandfather. She told me when she looked around that all the trees became grandmothers and grandfathers. What a divine experience! My hope is that all visitors of Earth Sanctuary will experience the peacefulness and magic of Earth Sanctuary, and most importantly, be benefited spiritually by their visit and share their blessing with others. So please visit the Earth Sanctuary website, www.earthsanctuary.org, and plan your visit to Earth Sanctuary. Thank you for your interest in the skills and abilities I use to create Earth Sanctuary.